A few days before what happened to Rita and Jonathan, the fake Mrs. Plummer was sitting in a room. Then the stranger entered with a young boy. Fake Mrs. Plummer asked, "Did something bad happen?" The man answered sadly, Unfortunately, the police arrested the boys. Only Paul could escape." Fake Mrs. Plummer asked, "How many people are left from the list?" The man paused a little and answered, "Only one. Yeah, only one of them remained." The old woman asked, "Rita?" The man answered, "Yeah, but don't worry, we will get her soon." The old woman said, "You know you'll ruin all our plans if you don't make it, don't you?" Then she continued, "Keep an eye on Rita and steal her at the right opportunity." A few days later, the fake Mrs. Plummer decided to impersonate one of the victim's mothers and call Rita. She knew that the Plummer family used to be neighbors of the Kaczynski family. So she called Rita and said, "Hello, Miss Kaczynski. I'm Mortimer Plummer's mother." Mortimer was the only son I had. "I'm so sorry, but I don't know anything at all. I have nothing to say either." Noticing the stranger, Rita hung up and ran home. That night, the old woman and the stranger gave Paul a mission to go to Rita's house and steal her. That's why the stranger and Paul went near Rita's house, and the stranger gave her a fake ID card. Paul looked at the ID card in surprise and said, "Wow, Jonathan Kaczynski? Wow, God, man, you took care of everything." The stranger gave Paul a piece of paper and said, "If you couldn't steal Rita, make sure she reads this." Paul was opening the door of Rita's house, and that was when police came to him. "Don't do anything stupid, just tell me who you are and why were you trying to get in the house." Okay, don't rush. My name is Jonathan Kaczynski. I'm Rita Kaczynski's brother." After the police officer broke into Rita's house, Paul dropped the note on the floor and ran away. Paul came to the stranger and said, Shit, unfortunately I couldn't get inside. There's a police officer, and Rita's house is under control." The stranger asked, "Did the police officer see your face?" Paul answered, Yeah. So what? What's wrong?" The stranger said, "Nothing. Your mission is over here. Go to the red farm and submit yourself tonight." Paul, who was scared, said goodbye to him and walked towards the red farm. He knew that not good things are waiting for him in the red farm. On his way, he remembered the words of one of his friends. "If anyone goes to the red farm and submits himself, it means he has volunteered to have his heart ripped out." At that moment, he saw a police officer and went towards him. While smiling, Paul punched the police officer in the face. The angry police officer put Paul in his car and drove towards Knife Forest City. The next day, the old woman and the stranger were talking about their plans. The old woman said, "I want to visit Rita and convince her to come with me to Knife Forest City." At that moment, the man's cell phone rang. "Are you sure about that?" "I hope the police haven't found out what happened in the village." The old woman asked, "Who was it?" The stranger answered angrily, "Ah, shit! He was the wolf eater! He said he left his wallet in Lipankai!"